Hi, and welcome to this short tutorial on our food waste reduction action plan. Probably the most important tool in the kit in your fight against food waste. What I want to do is start by just talking about this top section up here. Name of the organization, the site that you're on, particularly if you're multi-site, owner of the plan, which would be yourself. You can delegate later, and then a review date as to when you want to sit down and say, right, I think we've completed that and everything has happened the way we want it to. As you can see, this is broken down into three principal sections: reduce food waste, redistribution of surplus food, and then recycle food waste. And the principal aim when it comes to food waste reduction is to try and get into a prevention mindset in terms of let's stop it happening in the first instance. But we've got these others here, and they are inextricably linked depending on what you can come up with as you go down through the sheet. So what I've done is these are pre-populated, and in this first section, it's been agreed, following the information that we've gleaned from the food measurement data, that we need to meet with the head chef and the front of house manager to review overproduction. That could be any subject, anything that you really feel that the data is telling you. So what we want to do now is we want to now start introducing, yes, your name would be in this box here, but also the name of the two guys who are going to be helping support you to sort this out. When do we want the actions to have happened by, or at least, that might link here to the review date, and when do you want the actions to be completed by? And then the key issue is so in this particular issue, it might be that some of the data is telling us that on either, I don't know, the breakfast buffet or the hot counter or wherever else in the business, we've got a situation where what's going in the bin is due primarily to overproduction. So the sorts of questions we're going to be looking at and actions that we want to take is fundamentally, how do we stop that? How do we reduce it? What is it that's wrong? Is it information coming in? Is it just the fact that we've never really considered until the data now that perhaps we are overproducing? And the idea behind all those series of questions is in the comment box, right, this is what we discussed, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to look at it. And then you've got a similar thing in terms of, because we're now looking at what food is in the bin, reviewing the regular dishes that are creating the waste with the head chef. Again, same principle, your name, chef's name, by when are we going to complete it by, and use the comments to drive the actions. So going down into distribution, this one says, agree with management team what can be redistributed, and a subsequent one, arrange meeting with redistribution organisation to begin a pilot study. So it might be that we already knew we were working with a food redistribution company, but is everybody clear? Does everybody know what can and should be redistributed? Given food safety, allergen type legislation, we've got to make sure that whatever it is safe. So again, we need to make sure that we're crystal clear about what can be done. But the other thing is the organisation that is helping redistribute surplus food, they need to be in on it as well. So again, your name as a lead, and then the appropriate people to be in this room to discuss redistribution. And then similar thing, when are we going to do it? When are we going to have it completed? And use these comments to drive the questions or the answers to the questions that come out of this discussion. And finally, in terms of recycling, here it was pre-populated with contract waste management company, but given what we know about food waste, what can we do to reduce the amount we recycle, and discuss ways in which we present menus to customers to prevent food waste in the first place. And this is nicely closes the loop in terms of getting into the prevention mindset. So Is it because we're selling food in a particular way that we're actually generating the waste in the first place? So the idea is we want to go up this hierarchy, prevent it, reduce food waste in the first place. But if it means that we are going to generate some, what are we doing about redistribution or recycling of food so that we close the loop and we don't just continually send food off to landfill and then cause the damaging greenhouse gases that are polluting the planet. But again, in every circumstance, you own it, get your name in here, but go looking for the right people to work with in order to make it happen, and get some dates down so that these guys that are working with you absolutely know when we get the information back and anticipated time for completion. And as I said in here, as far as your comments are concerned, use those as questions and answers that we're looking for as we go through this process. So thank you very much, and thank you for fighting against food waste. We really need to make it happen, and your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.